Okay, it is obvious that Butch Hartman is one of Nickelodeon's well-renowned cartoon producers and writers, having hit shows like Danny Phantom and The Fairly Oddparents. But there is this one show that didn't get as much shine as those two listed before, which is the show Tuff Puppy. It's like the middle child between the two because it doesn't get that much shine compared to the two shows that I just mentioned. And I just want to talk about the show itself and why it didn't deserve the hate, or why it deserved more than it was actually, given. So yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So let's get into it. So we know that Butch Hartman is one of Nickelodeon's distinguished and esteemed, illustrators and writers and producers, because due to his accolades of creating just so many hit shows and popular shows. But this one show, Tuff Puppy, like I stated before, just didn't get that much shine compared to his other shows, due to the fact that people just didn't like the show, and how people just thought this show was like, it was like a copy and paste. Like, it seemed as if they were trying to add in like the jokes and like the comedic things you would get from the Fairly Oddparents, and he just seemed like people just felt like he pasted that into a spy action, show, where like it was like cheap, where it came off cheap, where people didn't really like the jokes that were being made in the series, and it just didn't stick with the people, and it didn't resonate with them because it was just like a copy and paste where they were trying to be funny, but it just didn't work out. But for me, I actually watched the show. It's been a while since I have watched it, but I enjoyed it for what it was, because I knew for a fact that as a kid, I didn't really pay too much attention to like the like jokes, even though yes, it's supposed to be something you're supposed to pay attention to as a kid. I just loved the art style because it just reminded me of like that classic Butch Hartman art style, and like I just loved the work and like the graphics and the art. That's why I kind of liked the show. It wasn't really because of the like comedic purposes or because of the jokes that were trying to be, funny and stuff like that. I just liked the show because of the art style, and also because of the premise and the plot, and how it was like Nickelodeon's at the time first spy animated series, because we just got Danny Phantom being for like sci-fi and like mythical fans, where like he wanted to appeal to the fans that wanted that sci-fi and supernatural feel. And Fairly Oddparents was similar to that, being with the fairies and stuff. So it was a bunch of supernatural things going on with that era, where with those shows he created with Danny Phantom and Fairly Oddparents. And so it was kind of like a breath of fresh air when he made Tuff Puppy, because it was a spy show about these animals, a cat, and how they were basically spies trying to save their town from like evildoers. And it was a cool premise for what it was at the time. Me being somewhat of a spy freak, because I am a sucker for like spy shows and spy things. I was like really invested, and I was really excited for this show coming out. And so I just thought this show, the premise of it, the art style, like I said before, I just thought this show, to me, was a good show. I didn't see the like jokes. Obviously, there were some moments where the jokes were kind of like, it didn't really stick because of the fact that it was just trying to be funny. But at the end of the day, I didn't really care too much about the jokes. But I can now, as I look back on it, as I'm now older, I'm like 19, I can kind of see the backlash, and I can kind of see where people were coming from with their comments, because now I've watched a few episodes back, and I can immediately see what the fans were talking about, because they were just trying to be too funny with their jokes and remarks and slick comments, and it just didn't really stick to like the audience. And I could kind of see that now, because it just wasn't really funny, because it was just trying to be Fairly Oddparents but with a different feel to it, you know what I'm saying? So it was a good show for what it was, but I can understand where like the fans were coming from. as to why they didn't really like the show, like compared to like the Fairly Oddparents and and Danny Phantom. But I do say all this to say that Tuff Puppy, it could be funny when it wants to be. Like there are some moments in the show where like there are some funny jokes, like genuinely funny jokes that I actually laugh at times, because it's still a cartoon at the end of the day, so it still should be goofy, it still should be whimsical, and it should still be funny in its approach.
Uncle Dudley is scaring me! Get a grip, Chief! I'm not the Chief, I'm Super Flea! And I want Vanilla Swirl! Stop crying! As soon as Uncle Dudley defeats the bad guys, we'll get yogurt. Here, everyone pipe down in color.
That'll be difficult without opposable stuff.
Where they can like produce a good joke, but I can still see where the audience is coming from on why they felt the way that they did. But for me, Tuff Puppy was a pretty good show for me, because I actually like the action, the like cinematography, the choreography. Like for an animated show back in 2010, like the animation was beautiful, and like action was fire. The fights, everything to me was just good in my opinion. Yeah, there may be some opinions out there that may differ, but at the end of the day, it's an opinion. So Tuff Puppy wasn't a bad show, not by the stretch of the imagination at all, but there were some flaws to it. But every show has their flaws. A show can never be perfect, but it is needed to grow, further develop. Now I just want to get into like the characters of the series and stuff like that. So we have Dudley, who is our main character, and who is our typical goofy and whimsical main character who just runs into a bunch of problems and stuff like that. And yeah, he's just a wild card. Like he just doesn't have any filter. Like he just goes around finding trouble everywhere he goes, but he is a good-hearted guy who just wants to save the world from evildoers. And he's a pretty cool character. You can't really hate on him. He can be annoying at times, but he's still a really good character. And we have his best friend. Her name is like Kitty Catswell, and she's like the more serious and more composed character, where she is there to kind of bail Dudley out when he gets into trouble, and she's like his backbone, to where she's the one to basically tell Dudley when to actually become serious. So yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I forgot to mention this one fun fact. Did you know that Dudley, the main character, was voiced by Jerry Trainer, the actor that played Spencer on iCarly? I just wanted to put that out there because that was like really cool. I never knew that. But I'm guessing from the like his voice, you would kind of put that together. But yeah, man, that was just a cool fact I just peeped. So yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this encouraged you to go check out Tuff Puppy and actually watch the show and see if you guys like it or not. And I hope you guys comment that down below after watching it to just tell me what you guys thought about it. But yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please, guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to reach 100 subs out here. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.